Hello, and welcome to Puzzlers Anonymous. My name is Kevin, and I'm a puzzle addict, and hopefully I sound better than I have in the past. I was messing with my microphone settings. Maybe not better, but just louder. I adjusted it. It should be clearer. I've always assumed that, YouTube sort of fixes, the levels if you record something too quiet, but if I have been significantly quieter than other videos, I'm sorry, and hopefully that's fixed now. Also, just thinking about audio, I realized just in retrospect, and maybe for reasons that will become obvious later, that maybe I wasn't always doing the computer audio. So a lot of times when I'm finishing the puzzle, I'm like, hopefully the music plays, and I'm realizing maybe the music actually hasn't been playing, which is probably not a problem because I think everyone who watches my channel solves New York Times crosswords, so you probably know that victory music. But in case you don't know what I'm referring to, hit the track. That's what plays when the puzzle solves. And now in my videos that should play when I solve the puzzle, but let's find out. Other life stuff in my preamble. I've been talking a lot about politics in my videos recently. Obviously that stuff concerns me and will continue to concern me because things are not going to get better anytime soon. I'm also not trying to make this a politics channel and talk about it all the time. There's sort of that thing early on in the second Trump administration where it's every time you talk to someone who is how you doing? Oh, good, considering everything. And I think everyone got sick of that because you don't have to say it every time. But it does feel like things are worse now than even a year ago. And it does, is constantly weighing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if more acutely horrible things happen, I reserve the right to talk about them in the preamble. But I'm going to try not to do it all the time. But I have, also decided it's at a point where it's I'm not going to just be quiet if, things come up. So I actually talked to my mom about politics this week, which I never do. My family is very MAGA and very open about it. And I just kind of shrug it off. But yeah, my new stretch is just when they bring up shit, I'm actually going to respond to it, which I don't like doing, but things are bad and we all got to do something. So I actually had conversation with my mom about how upset I am about all of this stuff. And it didn't change her mind at all. She said she was open to, looking at some sources if I sent them to her, which I have. But, I don't have any expectation that'll change anything. But it's just you got to speak up. You got to say that you can't let these people think that the way they think is how everyone thinks. You got to at least, just, speak your piece, even if it doesn't change anything. That's what I did, and it sucked, but I'm glad that I did it. So there you go. I think that's all I have to say, so let's get into this Thursday Puzzle Club. The only thing is I can tell that Juniper really wants to play right now, so I'm almost tempted to pause the video. Oh, no, she just went outside. She went to the porch. It's warm today. Oh my gosh, it's 50 degrees. I might actually pause it to go open the windows for her so she can smell the outside, as she loves to do. All right, windows open. I also tried playing with her, but this cat's weird. She takes a long time to convince her to play. She just she wants to play so bad, and then she just stares at the ribbon forever. And I don't have the patience for it, especially when I'm trying to solve a puzzle. But I did think of one more thing for the preamble as I was opening the windows. The Eau Claire Music Festival is back. Something that I love dearly, and I've gone to the first 4 years, and now I'll be going to the 5th year. I got my tickets today, so I'm very excited for that. All right, Thursday Puzzle Club. Let's get into it. Recording this on Friday. This is yesterday's puzzle. Kareem Ayes. Let's go. Looks like the first one is maybe already related to our theme. That's interesting. Yeah, because then this one doesn't seem to be connected to it. It just looks from the length of it like that would be a themed clue. But these have asterisks on them, and they're pointing to the yellow one, which I have confidently stated is something they don't do on Thursdays, and I think I was just fully wrong on that. Okay. Well, when it's these are the asterisks, it's just going to be, we're going to have no idea until we either look at the hint. Sorry, she's making noises again. She's also a very quiet cat, so when she makes noises, it's unusual. Yeah, we'll just have to look at the theme before we have any idea. I know what succeed means, but I don't know what it's asking for here. Public messages of appreciation. Appreciation. Don't know. Firehouse supply hoses. I mean, here I can just look at for the asterisks. There don't seem to be that many. I've seen some other answers that I know. There's one here. There's only 3. New England style chowder for 1. That seems weird, but everything's weird on Thursdays. Okay, here we go. We got a down with it. We got another down with it. Ooh, and then, yeah, so 3 down clues and then another revealer. Okay, so let's look at this first. Provide comfort in a way or hint to the answers to the 4-starred across clues. Where 4? Oh, I just missed 54 because it was right next to 58. And then there's going to be a separate theme for 26 down. Quickly smooch or a hint to the answers to the 4-starred down clues. So 2 different hints. Kind of like provide comfort in a way. Quickly smooch. Does that steal a kiss? I was thinking about this. I've been watching the Olympics. I always love the Olympics, but I feel like the first thing of note, I got distracted because she is in her window now, and I'm very happy for her. First thing of note is I feel like I understand figure skating before. I never was a huge fan. Now I feel like I get it. I don't know. I was even getting choked up watching one of the performances. That young guy, Ilian or whatever, he was going, it was like the team competition, and he was like the final skater, and he had a little fall, so it was like, oh no. But then he recovered from it, and he landed the next few, and then he was like, did this like graceful pose, like he was still in his routine, but he just had this pose that showed like all his confidence. I was like, he's recovered from his fall, and I felt all the emotions. But then it's like the area where they wait for their results is called like the kiss and cry area, so that's how I thought about it. But yeah, steal a kiss was the first thing that popped me for quick smooch. And it fit. And it also feels like the sort of thing that would be in a themed clue. Like it would be something where it's like, so behind in payment is like, there's going to be a phrase that fits that. But if you remove kiss from it, then you get this answer. Which would be like, I'm feeling like it would be issue. Like something, a word that ends with a K, and then the word of the second word would be issue. And then that, I'm thinking like past due. That doesn't do much. Okay, forevermore. Is there anything in there with stealing a kiss? Word appearing 51 times in the New Testament. See, that's going for a single word, so it'd be really hard to remove kiss from it. Severely harm. I want to say maim, but that would be too long. And that doesn't do anything with that. Okay, well, we're lost here. Provide comfort in a way, or a hint to the acrosses. Give help. Unpleasant discovery under a desk. I feel like a rat is the first thing that comes. I feel like it's a rodent, but I don't know what. Square. I don't know. It's a long one. Michael nominated for Oscars in 5 different decades. This should be easy. It's probably going to be someone who's less famous, like a composer. Or maybe it's just something that everyone knows and I'm being a fool. Nosh is probably snack. Little laugh. Could be like tee-hee if you spell it weird. Fool. Don't know. Hair razor. Don't know. What's the... Probably ask, right? What's the ask? Surrender is seed. Web portal with a butterfly logo. I think that's MSN. Schooner's stabilizer is the keel, I guess. I always thought the keel was like the hull, but no, that's the hull. I don't know. Okay, hair razor's gel. So there we're getting something. I still don't know what this would be. Unless it's like jam. Like a jammed disk drive. No, gum. So this is what's the use. You don't want to find gum under desk. That's the one. So this could be give a... Is it give a hug? Steal a kiss. Give a hug. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. I think this is tee-hee or hee-hee. I was saying it'd be weird where it's like, what I meant by that is one of them would have double E's and the other one would have single E's. But let's look at our crosses and see if we can get anything with give a hug. I mean, I would think this would be... I was thinking water bug. But where does the H go then? Or waiter. The water bug goes on top of the water. So this would be more like a heron or a flamingo or an egret. Heron would have an H. There's nothing in like mingo that is hug. New England style chowder for one. It's going to be something with clams. Public messages of appreciation. Messages. Okay, yeah, let's go with this and see if we can get something from the letters. Okay, wolf down is probably scarf down. So then that's making me think flamingo. What do we have if we try to write this out? Okay, we end up with one extra letter. Sounds from stadio. That's probably a stadium. So it's probably Olays, which is crosswordese for sure. Now we got another theme clue. Hollywood's Anderson or Bach. There's someone in Hollywood with the last name Bach. Words of affirmation. Could be I do's. Like you're affirming like a vow, and that's just one that comes up a lot. Resting place for a boa. It's either going to be a tree if it's a snake boa or a neck if it is like a decorative boa. Or a boa snake if you're Britney Spears. Pâté de foie gras, I'm sure. Okay. I mean, does just kind of look like it could be flamingo, but then where is the... I don't know how that makes sense for give a hug. Not ready to put it in yet. Well, it would work for neck, wouldn't it? And it would work for I do's, which I kind of thought it was. Northeastern Prep School or its town. Don't know that. Ceramics component. Yeah, see, this doesn't seem right. But spa treatments could be masks. And maybe I just don't know ceramics. Oh. Could be Pamela Anderson, right? I don't know who Pamela Bach is. And then, like, I don't know. Is Exeter one and I do's is wrong? Tomato type is Roma. So, like, MAME would work here. I think I got it. Hint to the answers. Okay, I have it. I figured it out. This guy just figured out the theme. Yeah. This is... I think I had it in reverse. I thought steal a kiss was you're going to take kiss and remove it from the word. Like give a hug would be like you would add hug into it. But this is like you have to do this thing to get the answer to make sense. So this is going to be maxim, which doesn't make sense if we're severely harmed. But if you steal a kiss, because we've got the X's and O's. So the X is a kiss. You steal the kiss, and then you got maim. If you give a hug, you're adding on. The O's are hugs. Big hug. This is a Nacho Libre reference. In Nacho Libre, no, I'm going to finish explaining the theme first. So if you give a hug, which is O, you add the O on. So you take flame and you add the O, and then you got flamingo. Got it. The reference was Nacho Libre, and he writes a letter, and then he writes like X's and O's on there. But then in the clip, he says the X's and O's out loud. I'm gonna get demonetized for this. I can't play this. I especially can't play this ad. Come on now. Okay, but here we go. I'm gonna skip most of it. Okay.
But you know, whatever. Hug, hug. Kiss, kiss. Hug, hug. Big kiss. Little hug. Kiss, kiss. Little kiss.
So you're not watching this video because I can't publish it because I played that clip from Nacho Libre. Okay, so I was right about Exeter, and then this is it's gotta be silica is in ceramic. So the words of affirmation are it is. That makes sense. Okay, so succeed. We're gonna be adding an O into this, and it'll then mean succeed. Man, this is the kind of theme that I'm the worst at. I can't get these without more letters because it's just like it's so hard to know like, oh, you're shooting for a word, but then you add an O. I mean, I guess even no, this has chowder in it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's start with this. Makeup of some shelves. I don't know. Lunch item usually eaten with two hands in brief. I mean, it's either like PBJ or BLT, but I just don't know what that has to do with eating with two hands. Just because it's like a sloppy sandwich, it might fall apart. Befuddled. Conned, bamboozled. Oh, now we're back on the theme. So this is going to have an X that we need to remove. Oh, this is a tough corner. Whatever. Horned mountain climber. Is that just a goat? Why not? Still don't know that one. Small surgical instrument. I'd want to say a scalpel, but I feel good about what we have there, so I don't know. Still don't know that. Gosh, that made it more confusing. Goat could be wrong. Wraps up. I want it to be ends, but I do feel like scarf is correct, especially because I worked with that. Stuff with strands. DNA. Should I just do this section? No. Let's solve these. What a phone call or new album might do. Drop. In the case of an album, that's a good thing, but because it's being released in a phone call, it means it got disconnected. 7-Eleven competitor on the East Coast. I want to say Dunkin', but like that's not gonna fit. Tree of knowledge locale would be Eden. Directory name, I don't know. Behind in payments, this is going to be with an X, and we take out the X, becomes the thing. So we want a 4-letter answer. Owing, owed. Yeah, I don't know. Sushi, seaweed type, that's got to be nori. Can we get this one? Befuddled? No. Okay. Succeed? Still no. Angular unit of measurement. Is that like a radian? Like with radii? Must pay. Owes to, which feels connected to our other down. Heavy metal band whose name is a big cat in Spanish. That's got to be Pantera. I don't think I actually knew that, but it makes sense. Sign out. It's just exit. That would work with our 5 down. Like it's a sign for leaving. It's just Iowa. Oh, it's Wawa. I don't feel like Wawa is like 7-Eleven. Aren't they more like a gas station thing? They're more like Sheetz than 7-Eleven. I only know what Sheetz from things I bought at Sheetz. Shout out Justin McElroy. Directory name, don't know. Okay, so now behind in, it's just late. You're late on a payment. And it's latex. So then, succeed, we're so close. I want to say dwell here, but I don't know where that would fit. Yes, I do. You put the O in the side. So dwell plus O is do well. I think this is, radian. But I just don't know. Directory name list. What is that? What's the last letter there? Nobody knows. Take out in a way is probably C. So just someone in a directory is a listy because you're listed. Sure. Take out is C as in like date, like take out on a date. Okay, we're gonna get the downs from this because I don't get it. One's over there in brief. I don't know what over there is, but just based on crossword ease and the in brief, I'm going to guess it's ETs. Sacrilegious. Yeah, that's what that word says. Blasphemous, I don't know. Legend, as an example. Could be so many things. Beat in chess. Is that just check? No, because checkmate is to win in chess. Yeah, I don't know. Home of War in the Pacific National Historical Park. What does that mean? The Pacific National Historical Park, I would assume is like a nature thing, but yeah, it could be like something with like World War II or whatever. But what would that mean even? Yeah, Sapa, blank, the only emperor in Quichua. I think we are going to struggle in this section, unfortunately. Maybe we can get something here. Sign on some restroom doors. I'm going to just say men because that fits. Kitchen gadget brand. I feel like this is OXO. Us in Spanish would be nos. Mechanisms that are often spring-loaded. I don't know. Motion. Motor. I don't know. Okay. Forevermore is probably externally. If you steal the kiss, you then have eternally. From further back. Don't know. But now we got some stuff that can help us on the crosses, I think. Still don't know that. So this would be, if we add an O, we get something. Public messages of appreciation. Shout-outs. It's probably shut-outs. And if you add an O, you get shout-outs. Okie doke. Alternatively, as well. But why does it have the ellipses and the exclamation points? Don't know. Firehouse, supply, water, pancakes. Firehouses will have pancakes sometimes. Like pancake, not just having pancakes, having pancake bakes, pancake breakfast fundraisers. Joe Perry used to have like a series where he would review them. Mount known to produce rare volcanic smoke rings. I didn't know this about the volcano, but it's Etna because that's the volcano that always comes up because it's crossword ease. Pen. It's going to be something about writing. Don't know that. Blank weekly mag type. Don't know. Wield. Don't know. College subject that can be evolutionary or behavioral. That's got to be psychology. Course as language. Don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling in this whole section. Oh well, let's get other stuff. Befuddled, I want to say like at a loss. Is there really any other section we haven't really looked at? Cow's mouthful is, I think, cud is like what they chew on. Photo ops. Okay, so yeah, maybe it's snarf down. That's a word too. Because then that would keep ends. Word appearing 51 times in the New Testament. Okay, this has got to be the X, right? It's that. What's the type of goat? It's like ibex, maybe. What happened there? So I still don't know what this would be, but it should be getting us closer to something. Befuddled. That could be at sea is confused. Is it ibex? I think that's right as well. I keep, make it with some shelves. Okay, well, this could be BLT, which I thought it was anyways. Yeah, so clams up, if you add an O, is clam soup, which is funny. Makeup of some shelves. Is this going to be like... Oh, is this just ice? Like an ice shelf? Boo, ice. Is this probably a Lancet? Yeah, that sounds right. Let's keep going in this section. Dennis's sister on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's Sweet D. I know Mark got that if he's watching it. Off-road ride for short. This could be ATV or UTV, I've learned. But 31 down is going to be ad-lib, so we're going to go ATV. You can't ride that in here. Yes, I can. It's all-terrain, dummy. Community reference. When Troy rides in on an ATV and says, "Great news, I spent all my money." Square is probably even Steven. I could probably bring up that clip, but then I'm definitely getting demonetized. Michael Cera has been nominated in 5 decades. Ingrid Bergman's Casablanca role. It's gotta be Ilsa, right? Probably. Oh, is this probably Michael Caine? He's old and well respected. I have a friend who watched Casablanca, the movie, recently. Said it was kind of slow, as a lot of old movies are. Lightweight fabric for a handkerchief. Don't know. Digs for dogs. I want it to be plural, but I guess it's just kennel. Fool is delude. This got to be tee-hee, so I guess the fabric is batiste. That'll be the first one we look up if we fail. Yeah, now we're just at a loss for solving this last part. An idea. Okay, so this is amen. Appears 51 times in the New Testament. And it's going to be axemen. You take out you steal the kiss and you get amen. An idea would probably be say. So sacrilegious would be unholy. Got it. This could just be so many things. Beating chess. Don't know. From further back. Course as language. Blue. Crass. I don't know. Still don't know that one. Still don't know that one. I think ET's is wrong, isn't it? Okay, we'll have to look that one up. Just think about which ones that I would do if I were to initiate the solve protocol, which I haven't yet. Alternatively, don't know. Firehouse supply. Oh, that's going to be ladders, right? Pen. Something. Don't know this. Wield, still. Don't know. Okay, so this is going to be ED. Past tense. Verb. So beat is like a past tense verb, so this would be something. Still don't know. Mouse traps are often spring-loaded. From further back. Older. All right. Pen is corral. I was thinking right, but it's pen in. Course as language is going to be salty. So alt weekly, I should have known that. And wield is ply. I could see that. Still don't know those. Still don't know that. Okay. Alternatively, I guess it would be or else, and that's why it has the exclamation points. Okay. Yeah, we just got to do it. Initiate the solve protocol.
Initiate the solve protocol.
Which you're probably happy that I did anyways, because you'll notice it's got updated sound effects. Okay. First thing we're going to look up is the Pacific National Historical Park. What is it? Oh. Is it called? Okay, home of. Okay, so this makes more sense. I thought it was the Pacific National Historical Park. And it was like, where is war in this? But this is the War in the Pacific National Historical Park. I haven't looked at the location yet. But I think now it's going to be in Hawaii. I want to say Oahu, but I feel like Unholy is correct. So it's a Hawaiian name, 4 letters. The second letter is a U, and I can't think of any, so we're going to continue with this. Guam. Duh. I mean, that's on me, because I did like just decide it was going to be Hawaii, as if there aren't other places. Okay, so it's like it seems like it's like a national, sort of nature-based, but also related to war history. Huh. Well, neat. Is meted? Okay, mated. I was thinking check and checkmate. I should have been able to get that. Yeah, so you put someone in check, but then you actually mate them when you do that. So then this has got to be GIs as well. I should look up what over there is, even though we have the answer. I just want to know. It's probably, yeah, it's got to be a story about. It's a song. Yeah, okay. Patriotic propaganda song. Cool. I'm now recording my audio so we can listen to clips from Wikipedia and get further demonetized.
Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me, every son of liberty.
Cool. I was going to play it in the background while I was solving, but I think I'm going to solve this because Inca would make sense as the last name for the emperor, and then, yeah, I think legend is a type of Acura. Hopefully we'll hear the music, which is now recorded. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that was a decent puzzle. It's a lot of crosswordies, and I didn't love the theme, but I'm going to publish this because I haven't published in 2 weeks, and really I just want to show off the new additions that I made to the channel. So thanks for watching. Be safe.